Good morning. Good morning. It is Memorial Day. Um, uh, Rest in peace to all of the people that had a passed away in the field of service. For all of that. So, rest in peace. That. But yes, happy Memorial Day. Today is May 27th, Monday, 2024. 2024, May 27th, man. Welcome back to the number one daily morning mastermind for those trying to elevate and grow in your personal, spiritual, professional, or entrepreneur lives. It's such an amazing day. It's about to be a great week, and we're going to just hop right into the verse of the week. And it's Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 through 3. Hebrews chapter 11, verse 1 through 3. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see. This is what the ancients were commended for. By faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. And we got to understand how key that is when we're talking about this stuff. Now, faith is confidence in what we hope for and assurance about what we do not see, right? And then by faith, we understand that the universe was formed at God's command, so that what is seen was not made out of what was visible. So we got to remember that we have to have faith in the things that we have to have confidence in the things that we hope for. God created everything out of nothing, out of his words, out of his creativity. And we can do the same thing with our own creativity. So we got to have confidence in the things that we're thinking about and the things that we're hoping for, that may not be visible in the physical realm, but they can be visible in your head, right? In your mind. And that's where everything is created at in the beginning anyway. So we got to have faith, um, and what we want to make visible, and so that it can become visible, it can produce in the atmosphere as it's supposed to, right? So important. Faith is the key ingredient to life. We'll hop right into the business topic for today. We're going to be talking about building business credit, right? Because that's the thing, people be talking about a lot on social media. It's simple. It's simple to do, but and it's two ways to do it. And I'll talk about both. But business credit is super important to establish, so that you can, operate in the business realm without having ties to your personal credit, right? And you can get funding for stuff, and it typically is more funding when it comes to business credit as opposed to personal credit. Number one, what is business credit and how is it different? So, business credit, like I said, it's just attached to your business entity, right? It's not your personal credit. Um, it's two separate things. You go get um, a vehicle, you can go get loans, you can go get trade lines based on your business credit, and that's how you can get lines of credit as well. All right, so it's just a same thing, it's same principles as your business credit, but it is as your personal credit, but it's not your personal credit. It's two separate things, and you can have them. You establish business credit for each separate entity that you have, right? So that's a key thing as well. You could have a company that is actually an operating company that you actually doing all your business in, and you can get business credit in that. And then you can have a holding company that just holds all of your businesses, and you can get a business credit for that as well. And then that's how people achieve, like, that's how you go. That's how you get debt so that you can be able to invest and use it to your advantage. First step, go get a DUNS number. Dun and Bradstreet is the store place that's kind of like your Equifax or your TransUnion for your personal credit. Get you a DUNS number. Just go to the website. It's free. That's how companies will start to identify you whenever they go to check your business credit profile. All of your business credit will be reported to your DUNS number. You also do have a business Equifax number, but or credit score rather, but the DUNS number is going to be one of the most important ones to have. whenever you get up there. All right, so get a DUNS number, get a business phone number. And you can just start with something free like a Google phone number. It is other services like callrail.com or just different services where you can have a separate phone number with the same phone that can be tied to just your business. The main thing is you want everything to be separate and not nothing the same as far as what is showing up on your personal credit report and your business credit report. Your business credit should have a completely separate profile, and you don't want to get those commingled. And this is, like I said, it's two ways to build it. And I'm talking about building business credit, like straight business credit. And I'll talk about the other way in a few minutes. You want to get a business address. Here's a website, Post Scan Mail, where you can get a virtual address. You will have to pay monthly for it. There are other places like Regis offices, different places to where you can go get just a virtual address so that whenever you are applying for credit, you're not using your home address, right? You can go get you a business address and have that tied straight to your business. Then you want to go get trade lines so that you can establish some. Here are some preliminary sites that you can go on. Quill.com, they report to the business credit bureaus. That is like you can actually buy household products from Quill.com and also business products. It's like an office stationery store, kind of like Office Depot. And you can go online and buy stuff like that, and they report to the Business Credit Bureau. What it is just a Net 30 account. And Net 30 means that you can buy something, but you have to pay it back within 30 days. All right. And then so they'll report to the business credit bureaus. Uline is another office website, but Uline has a lot more I would say more industrial products that you can buy from their website as well. So check out those websites. You can start building business credit. Really simple with them. The next thing you want to do is get larger accounts with places in your industry to where you can go get net 30, net 60, or even net 90 accounts, right? So if whatever your industry is and whatever a manufacturer or a wholesaler in your industry sells whatever type of product it is, go to them, ask if you can get a net 30 account so that you can start establishing that business credit with them, and make sure that you ask them if they report to the credit bureaus. So that's the main. You don't want to just have a net 30 account. I mean, it can be beneficial, right? If you don't have the money up front, but you don't want to just have a net 30 account and it's not benefiting your credit, right? You want to make sure they're actually reporting that stuff to the credit bureaus, and that's going to help you establish that credit that you need so that you can keep moving forward. So that's really all the questions that you would ask is do y'all have net 30 accounts available or net 60 or net 90? And then do you report to the credit bureaus? And this is, like I said, in your industry, wherever you would go for all of your supplies or whatever it is that you use. And you can go online and Google some stuff as well. They have some stuff you might be buying digitally, and you can get trade lines with them as well. Some stuff you just gonna have to do some research on and find out. But these accounts will allow you to start establishing your business credit. Right. So, like I said, these steps are to strictly get business credit based off of business credit, your business being a separate entity, and everything like that. But this next thing you can do, and also this takes a long time, right? It takes a while. It's going to take about maybe a year or two before you actually start getting a high business credit score to where you can actually go, all right, now I want to get a loan, or I want to get I want to get a line of credit or something like that. Right. So there's going to be the slow route, but it's the completely separate route. All right. So just remember that. Next thing you can do is you can personally guarantee something, right? You can personally guarantee anything that you are trying to get business credit with. So, for example, if you try to go apply for a business credit card, you can, instead of waiting that long time and just using your business as a separate entity, you can personally guarantee that business credit card. What this will happen is you will be personally liable for that business credit card if you don't pay it, but that business credit card will not be on your personal credit. So, for example, if you apply for a business credit card and they give you $10,000 on the business credit card, and let's say you max out the business credit card at 10,000, but you paying a monthly payment, you don't got no like delinquent payments or nothing like that. You just maxed out the credit card. That's not gonna show on your personal credit at all. Like that maxed out credit card is not gonna show on your personal credit. It's not gonna hurt your credit. The only time it's gonna hurt you is if you stop making those payments and you go into a delinquent status, then it's going to report on your personal credit. So you can personally guarantee business credit. That's how you can get a vehicle in your business name. You go personally guarantee it. Once again, that vehicle loan will just be in your business name, will not show up on your personal credit. So you want to think about that. Make sure that you understand the difference between the two, right? I meant to put this up there earlier, but yeah, we just talked about the business credit cards and how that goes hand in hand, especially if you personally guarantee it. And if you have a high credit score, more than likely you're going to get approved for a decent amount of money. And then also, you want to research banks with favorable terms for loans, different credit lines for your industry. A lot of banks specifically like to lend on certain types of businesses. So you want to do your research, go inside the bank, talk to bankers, ask them what they are primarily investing in when it comes to businesses right now at this moment. It could be they're investing in real estate heavily. They could be investing in a certain type of small business industry, right? Different things. They could be investing in more business to businesses, or they could be investing more in business to consumer uh businesses, or they could be investing regionally or in a specific geographic location, right? So you want to ask them what are they trying to invest in as far as the bank, and you can get a good idea of which bank you would want to go to when you do start to go get a loan or a credit line and things of that sort, right? So there's just all things to think about when it comes to building business credit. Then we'll hop into the personal self development topic for today. Talking about practicing forgiveness. Forgiveness can be, uh, kind of a hard thing to do when it comes to all aspects of life. Especially when something doesn't go favorably for us. Whether we do it to ourselves or somebody else does something, it can be not an easy thing to do, right? But we got to practice forgiveness. That's the only way we can move forward and get ahead in life, and we can uh, relieve, stress and trauma out of our bodies and out of our minds, right? Number one thing to do is to ask God for forgiveness, whatever it is that we might have done, right? And then ask God to show us how we could have been better in a situation, right? And then ask God for the ability to forgive, right? Ask God for the ability to forgive, ask God for forgiveness. We got to go to God first because God is going to give us the power, the strength, and the wisdom to be able to even do that. Because forgiveness can be hard, especially when there's something drastic, that happens. Next thing you want to do in any situation, like I said, if you did something, if you want to forgive yourself, a lot of times we can make decisions, right, where we just are just so um on ourselves, like, why did I do that? Like, I should never did that. I knew better. Whatever the case may be, we can just go into like a tangent on ourselves, right? I do that many times because sometimes I just try to live a perfectionist life, which is, not possible, but I'm human. This is one of the things I'm trying to work on. But forgiving yourself is uh key. We have to practice forgiveness to ourselves and understand that we are human. We will make mistakes. There will be times that we, mess up. We just got to make sure that we don't mess up, too bad to where it would be detrimental to our health, our lives, our family, or our, businesses. But we have to forgive ourselves for mistakes that we made and for anything that we feel like we could have done better. That's a big key. And then we have to forgive others. We have to forgive others not for the other person's sake, but for our own sake. We don't want to walk around holding grudges. That's just dead weight that we do not need to be attached to our bodies, right? We have to forgive other people because, like I said, it's just going to hold us back if we don't forgive the other person. Whatever it is, you just got to let it be, and let God take care of it. However, you know, God will take care of it, right? And it's not gonna always look like probably what you want it to look like when it comes to forgiving somebody else, and when it comes to letting God handle it, right? Everybody has to go through their own struggles. Everybody has to go through their own phases and their own things, but for your own sake, you just have to forgive them. And so that you can move forward in your life and you can be blessed and prosperous, right? Forgiving somebody else has nothing to do with somebody else. It has everything to do with yourself. So just always remember that. It's super important. And lastly, just remember that forgiving other people is a process, right? Forgiving other people is a huge and in yourself. It's a process. You have to take time to uh allow the time to be taken, and don't be so hard on yourself if you feel like you can't forgive, or you feel like it's a hard thing for you to forgive, right? Or if you feel like, you just are just so upset or whatever the case may be, just remember it's a process. It doesn't happen overnight. You're just not gonna automatically be like, okay, whatever, I don't care about it no more. But you gotta give yourself some grace. And yeah, like Quay said in the chat, it is power and being merciful. So like you said, it's just a tool that you can keep in your toolbox so that you can make sure that you're not uh holding on to anything, right? And that you are elevating yourself, and that you can show yourself how, yeah, you can show others, right? And you can tell that story of how you were able to overcome whatever obstacle, whatever situation it was, because forgiving people and yourself is not easy, especially when you feel like you've been wronged or you've done something wrong, right? It's easy to get down on yourself. It's easy to be upset with somebody else, but it is a process that we have to live and stand by. But that'll wrap it up for today. I hope everybody continues to have a blessed Memorial Day, and let's make it a great week this week. And we'll be right back at it tomorrow morning at 7 a.m.